Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Reynolds and Mrs. Bear.
Hello.
And we're working through a few of these problems. So we're going to start with number 2. And basically we're going to take some shortcuts. So I have 2 and z to the negative 8. So it's the same thing as 2 over 1. 2 times z to the negative 8 over 1. Since z has a negative exponent, I'm going to circle it and I'm going to move it down to the denominator. So I'm going to end up with 2 over z to the to the 8. And I'm done with that one. Do you agree, Ms. Bear? What?
Box your answer.
Oh gosh, box my answer. Thank you. Okay, and then number 5 is tricky because you have a negative 5, then you also have a negative exponent. And remember, those are not the same thing. So negative 5 times x to the negative third. I'm going to put that over 1. And I'm going to circle this exponent because it has, it's a negative exponent. So that's like the airline ticket down to the other side of the dividing line. That's what I told my class today. So this is going to equal negative 5. Look, the negative 5 stays there because it's not affected by the negative exponent. And it's going to be over x to the 3. Done with that one. So see, once you get moving, it's actually kind of fast. So the next one I have is r to the negative 5 over s to the negative 1. Now both of these have negative exponents, so they're both going to travel to the other side of the dividing line. In other words, it's going to be s to the 1, or just s, and then r to the 5. Box my answer, sorry. I don't need to be in a hurry. Okay. So then I have 2/3 m to the negative 1 and n to the 5. And I'm going to do something that's going to help me see this a little bit better. I keep my 2/3, but then I'm going to write m to the negative 1 and n to the 5 so I can see my whole answer as a fraction, or my whole problem as a fraction.
Good idea.
I only have one negative exponent here, which needs to travel on the southwest flight to the other side of the fraction line. There's this little plane ticket right there. And then he uses this plane ticket and it's gone. So I'm going to end up with 2n to the 5. Notice both the 2 and the n to the 5 remained. And then I'll have 3. Now the 3 remains in the denominator. M to the 1, or you can just say 3m.
Right.
And then I have one more I'm going to try. So h to the 2, k to the negative 1 over 6m to the 2. Now I only have one of these guys that has a southwest ticket with a negative exponent that will travel to the other side of the division line, and that's the k to the negative 1. So it's a pretty quick trip here. It ends up with h to the power of 2 staying on in the numerator. 6. I'm going to always write my numbers first.
Put the k's next because I go in alphabetical order.
Right. It's not like you have to, but that's pretty much the accepted format. 6k to the 1, or just k, and then m to the 2. I don't have to leave this to the 1 here, but I am just so you can see what I've done. And that's a good sampling of tonight's homework. Thanks.